What's up, you guys? Motivation here. So today's topic is going to be one that we've heard over and over and over again. Should I start on a 300, 600, 500, 1000cc bike? And seeing as on the comments on my can the CBR300 go on the freeway video, I think people didn't understand what I was really trying to say when I say the 300 is a great starter bike. Never did I mean to say that everyone must start on a small bike. Like, obviously, depending on your skill level, what you're comfortable with, or if you're just a bigger guy, you could easily handle a 600, starting off on a 600 on a 500cc bike. So that all just depends. I said it was a great commuter bike because obviously great gas mileage, really lightweight. You can still handle your occasional freeway stunts. See, like right now, I'm on my Gladius. I'm gonna go pick up my girlfriend's bike in a bit, and I'll continue the vlog on that. But and I'm gonna call this part 1 of this topic because later on we're going to do a dual vlog on her experiences on her 300 and why and what her thoughts are on starting on the 300 and whether she would have liked to start on a 500 or a 600, so you can get a real perspective on that, because I don't ride that one every day. That's her daily commuter, so she'll be able to tell you more on why it'd be a perfect bike. But yeah, so in my opinion, great commuter bike because it's really lightweight, handles the city fine, freeways just fine. Definitely, if I'm gonna take a really long trip, I'm not gonna want to take the 300. Not because it couldn't do it, but it'd just be putting a strain on it, and I don't know, like I just wouldn't feel that comfortable. And I mean, like, not comfortable as in like that the bike couldn't handle it, but like I just feel like I wouldn't be comfortable enough for like 3-hour plus trips on a sports bike anyways, be it a 300 or a 500. So yeah, so that's just my opinion there, of course. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to start on a bike. I started off on a scooter, and that's just because I thought it would be more convenient and cheaper and stuff. And then it's easy, you just turn it on and go. A lot of storage. I really like the Honda PCX 150. I mean, even that one still went on the freeway. Yeah, granted, it topped out like at 60, 63 was the most I was able to get on it. So I always stayed in the far right lane. But that was just like for really quick freeway ride, not for, I wouldn't use that long term. You see, look at this LA traffic, like, you gotta love it, right? You're gonna tell me that a 300 won't be able to handle that. So definitely low maintenance on the smaller bike, easier to hold up. So my girlfriend, I believe, is also like 5'4", 5'4 and a half. And she can easily handle the weight, size of the Honda 300. She did ride the FZ07, yeah, the FZ07 the other day at the Yamaha demo event. So she handled that well too. So it's not like she couldn't start up on a bigger bike. But of course, like I said, we'll ask her personal opinions. Probably later on, this will be part 1. Dual vlog coming soon. Probably after the holidays. Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. It's 2 days till Christmas. Yeah, so we'll just wait till next year. So for a bike that like tops out like over 100 miles per hour, there really isn't a reason to not start on a smaller bike. But like I said, it's just preference. I'm not telling you everyone must start there. I mean, high resale value. Everyone's looking for a smaller bike. But I was like, how many times are you really gonna hit 100 miles per hour? Even I'm not even. I'm on the freeway and not even doing close to hitting 80. I'm not even at 70 because you just can't. We don't live, at least here in SoCal or in the cities. And let's talk about, let's say, canyon riding. You guys think a 300 couldn't handle the curves of the canyon? You guys are crazy. I've seen them. Maybe the other soon I'll go ahead and take that bike on the canyons to find out. But I've seen other 250s, Kawasaki 300s, all of them on ACH or on Mulholland Highway. They handle it just fine. So in terms of price and function, it's just a great bike to have. Even I want a 300. Like, I'm really excited for the R3. Really, hopefully I get to test that out one day. That'd be pretty fun. And that'll be just like my, I'm not gonna say like everyday bike, but it's just my bike that I'll just use for fun. So could I have started on a, well this is my first bike really. It's the 650. What does it weigh? I think it's 480. 108 pounds. Maybe. But I was already used to riding in traffic. I was already used to like being on the freeway on the scooter. So that helped. Because then trying to handle this size of a bike as a first bike, and then still trying to make sure that I don't die because of the stupid ass drivers. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have worked out so well. I probably would have dropped it a lot more or made more mistakes. Did I ever drop it? I stalled once while making a turn, but that was pretty much the biggest mistake I made. Yeah, so I have started on a bigger bike. Probably, but this wouldn't have been the smartest thing to do. And yes, I do know, I forgot his name, but he said, like, well, you should start on whatever you want to start on, because it is an investment, you're going to use it for a while. And you know, telling people you have to start on a smaller bike, I know it's an investment, but you got to ride your ride and enjoy it. Like you said, if you're going to ride aggressively, I don't know why he was saying something about aggressively, but obviously the people that don't want to start on the 300 and they want to ride aggressive and go like, oh, it's too small. Well, I mean, those people are probably the people that don't even want to buy gear either. Like, if you already know you're going to ride aggressively, it's like, yeah, you're not even going to be thinking about a 300, but that's not who those 300s were intended for. So yeah, I don't know why I was getting so much flack for that. But yeah, it's definitely amazing bikes. I'm glad that they're starting to make smaller displacement bikes for a different crowd, really. The KTM 390, that one looks pretty cool. The R3, the Kawasaki, the Honda, definitely great little bikes. Like I said, if you don't want to start on it or think it's too small, then don't even look at it. Whatever, but they're great starter bikes, and it doesn't change the fact that they are great starter bikes. can really grow with it. You can make a mistake on it. And like I said, this is part one. Part two will be first-hand experience dual vlog with my girlfriend. Once we both have time to come out and record. So this is the me on the CBR300. And like I said, I can definitely feel the difference between my bike and this bike, obviously. But if I would have wanted to, I could have started on something like this. This is really nice. Really good response. Like I said, very nimble, very good for the like city streets, even highways, like I mentioned before. Like I said, stay tuned for my girlfriend's impressions on her starting on a 300 like this one. It's a lot narrower than most bikes too, which is pretty cool, especially for lane splitting like this. So as an everyday commuter, of course you're gonna save tons of time, tons of gas, mostly time. Something you never get back. So if you don't have to sit in traffic, why would you? So we're gonna have to wait till after January, after New Year's, so we can see that dual vlog, and so you can see her first, her impressions on her first bike. Right now I just went to pick up her bike because I went to go take it to Mike's garage, and if you recall from my other videos, it's where I took my bike to get it serviced. Because I hadn't ridden the bike since she got hit the other time. So she got everything fixed up, minus the exhaust. We're still waiting on that part to come in. So I just wanted to make sure everything was in tip-top shape. And of course it wasn't. I really don't trust the guy or like to the place that she took it. Factory Support USA. It's a shop here in Culver City somewhere. But basically, it's, I don't know, very shady. Didn't like his work. So the handlebars here, the clip-ons here were not even aligned properly, and for some reason they were raised. Like there was a gap, like if it was not put on properly. So I found that really weird, because you shouldn't even be messing with this. The mirrors are okay. There was a lot of leaking oil on the side. Don't know why he would have been touching the oil, since he didn't actually do the oil change or anything. So I had Mike look it up here. He fixed everything. It's all in tip-top shape. I even had him do an oil change. I highly recommend him. He's a small shop here in Venice. Look him up. Mike's Garage is on Hampton Drive. But quality work. He'll answer all your questions. So now everything is in tip-top shape. But yeah, anyways, so back to what I was saying. Excellent bike. I'm not lane splitting because I'm not in a hurry. Like I said, excellent bike. Only thing I would say is, like, of course the stock exhaust is not super loud. It sounds more like a little, more like a bigger scooter, but still doesn't sound amazing. So we could put on an aftermarket one, as long as it's California legal. But yeah, a very comfortable bike. And I wouldn't say for the smaller rider, and because you can be a bigger rider and still have fun on this. Of course, the bigger you are, and the easier you'll be able to like control it. So that's pretty nice because it makes you more confident. Which for a starter bike, confidence is key. You know, if you're not confident on a leader bike, and you're gonna be making more mistakes just because your confidence is wavered, just because you think you can't handle it. So I feel like most of its power does come in its power band, which I'm assuming is gonna be the 8,000 RPMs on here, because that's when I can really feel its power kick in. Yeah, this the CBR300 doesn't have a lot of torque, so that might be something you'll be lacking in, let's say, this bike versus bigger bike. But it can definitely get out of emergency situations really well. As long as you're not in first gear, because first gear is not that amazing. But yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of should I start on a smaller bike. Like I said, first-hand impressions, because I love them. There's a lot of advantages in starting on a smaller bike. Or just having a second bike, but yeah, so you'll hear firsthand from my girlfriend to see how she liked this bike, and if she would have started on her bigger bike. I mean, now that she's more confident, she might say yeah, but it's just fun to start on a smaller bike. But yeah, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everyone.